ba Makebi leadership namufuna okusolva ishidya kushika ba Lungu. Number, how are you going to solve a problem achalo cha Zambia china abantu aba 2 million aba 20 million namito kusolva akantu akanono namusunge chitumbi namutisha ku South Africa namuwera kwemwe ngufwaya maka.
What's up? My name is Ken Dumbo, the MC with the sauce. Don't forget to subscribe to JQ.
Exactly. They get to learn.
Let's include the
and
public.
That's how we empower our citizens.
Let's include the public.
Yes, please.
Hi there. Good morning.
Mwashukeni.
Mkwaito shuka wano tunaenda na wanani?
Mladana ba given within Lusaka.
Wa given nandani na wa council?
Mwashukeni ba Makebi.
Hatuashibuka katushibena.
Ale.
Tuashibuka katushibena.
Mkwai ba Makebi nachumva machirondolo ko bati na cost of living na yapa mu sana mu UPND. Manje ukwipisha kwanda ko bati busheni tumwaye kwechalo umutengo o pio ya leshitwa ko lotamla senda ute okuma ku MMD tumwaye kwechalo forward umutengo wa bongalo mwasendere ute okuma ku MMD tumwaye kwechalo umutengo wa fuel na dollar fio wali nefyo mwaushire so tumone tueshe tumone cha ko bati chishinga ba PF mwali bomba bwino. Then that's my first question. Second question yako ko bati ba Makebi leadership namufuna okusolva ishidya kushika ba Lungu. Number, how are you going to solve a problem achalo cha Zambia china abantu aba 2 million aba 20 million namito kusolva akantu akanono namusunge chitumbi namutisha ku South Africa namuwera kwemwe ngufwaya maka kupiana oyo mwashi oyo ino mwa mwali mutemwa tala mwashika mulefo kumpiana so that wishibe ko bati butunguru shinshi wo mulela ngishe chalo. I think if you've got a question,
okay, thank you very much.
Perhaps before we get to the next question, I think this is very important.
Okay, just take note, please.
Okay,
I've already picked up the next call. Hi there. Hi there.
Good morning.
Good morning, thank you. Your name and where you're calling us from?
Hello.
Hello, you're live. Your name and where you're calling us from?
Okay, this is Mr. Face Charles Mbewe within Lusaka.
Mr. Charles Mbewe within Lusaka?
Yes, please.
Please talk to the PF aspiring candidates, presidential candidates.
Okay, Honorable President Makebi MZ, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yes, please. You know, all what you are saying, I don't know, my network, I hope you are able to get me.
We can hear you. Please go ahead.
All right. Okay. So, all what you are saying, President Makebi Zulu, is that these are the things that Zambian people are going through in these communities, in these compounds. The things that you have spoken are the things that people are asking you to come and help. For the UPND government has failed to achieve these promises. Please, Honorable President, we are behind you, and the Zambian people, the youth wing in this land, are following and are really asking you to come on board the way you have come out to help them, because you understand what is within the youthful wing. The elderly people that are behind us, we are asking you to come on board. Let's support the vision of Makebi Zulu, a man who understands what is going on in this land, the man who has a vision for this land. It is not the vision for his home like we are being governed with this current government. No, it's the vision of the land, the vision which is being understood by each and every well-meaningful Zambians. Honorable President, we are behind you and we shall fully support you as youth. Please be safe and be protected. Remember,
let's keep the speeches short. Let's keep the phone calls short so that we can allow more people.
As I conclude, comrade, please be safe wherever you are. Be safe, be protected. We are dealing with criminals who don't want to see different visions, who don't want to see different people coming on board like you have done. So please be safe. God be with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Please let's respond to that call we received earlier on.
Mr. Fresh, thank you very much for your kind words, and I must assure you that the vision for this country will only be met if we as Zambians come together and work as one. We have preached unity right from the start. Unity in the opposition, unity amongst citizens, and focus on national development, not focus on individuals or focus on any other thing. So we try by all means to concentrate on what we are going to do for the Zambians and not engage in politics of vengeance, politics of insult, or any other thing. Now, it is said that where ignorance is bliss, it's folly to be wise. And I say so because a lot of people have given in to the propaganda by the UPND as regards the repatriation of the remains of the former president and the role that I have played in this regard. I am not responsible for the repatriation of the body into Zambia. I am not responsible. The ones that took the matter to court is the government. The government had enabled a settlement. That is not my role. If that was my role, the argument would be different. Now, you have a government that always shifts its responsibility on others. And using propaganda, they hope to govern. So this rule by propaganda, or this trying to rule by propaganda, is not for governments. Propaganda, leave it to the opposition. You as government stick to truth, stick to integrity. This whole thing is just simply as a result of propaganda.
So when
Yes.
people like, you see this phone call that came, where people say, Makebi Zulu failed to bring the body. He failed to handle one small task. How is he hoping to handle the whole country?
And that is where we're saying that where ignorance is bliss, it is folly to be wise. Because ignorantly, they think my role is to bring the body. They think my role is to negotiate to bring the body. That is what is being pushed into everyone's mind. But I'm independent of that. My role is to tell you that these are the thoughts of the family, these are the wishes of the family, and what the family wishes for is a dignified burial. What the government is proposing does not satisfy them to be a dignified burial. I will communicate that. You in this industry, you know what a spokesperson is. A spokesperson does not present their own views.
No.
A spokesperson presents the views of those that they represent.
Yes.
And they do not participate in the decision-making process. They do not participate in that decision-making process. But what has happened in this particular case is that when government took the matter to court, they sued, including the spokesperson. They sued me as well.
They sued even
Yes, I was also sued in the High Court in South Africa. So you see that this misunderstanding of my role by the government has been spread even to the public, and they're the ones that have been spreading that. That is not my role. That is not my role.
So,
Yes.
like when you speak like that, from where I understand, and I understand you when you come on the live, when you come on TV, you're simply relaying the message that has been given to you.
Certainly.
You are not saying anything that you want to say there.
No.
So, if the family has said no to the next step, you're just simply coming and say, "Oh, the family has said no."
That is the position of the family.
It's not representing.
It's
any
independent
of
of my view.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. So because this conversation has come up, there's a conversation that has been there for some time. My first question is it still the family's position that HH should not be anywhere near his predecessor's remains?
Well, right now I can tell you that when I was coming on this show, it was not anticipated that I would be speaking about that.
Yes.
Because it was not anticipated that I would be speaking about that.
Yes.
I did not consult the family whether it is an issue that I have to delve in.
Great.
I can only go to the extent of saying my role is this.
Yes.
As regards what the family view is, I did not get clearance to speak about that.
I
So
hear
for
you.
that reason, I'm only emphasizing the point that my view in this matter does not matter.
Great. So
The
you
view
only
of the
talk
family-
when the family gives you
When
a
the
go-ahead.
family talks, I speak. When I'm going to come to a program such as this one, and you tell me we'll be talking about the family, I'll ask you, what do you want to know? Then I'll communicate. This is what they want to know. Then once I'm communicated to, I get to the show and tell you, this is what the family
Great.
said.
I'm
I do
gonna-
not have that clearance.
I hear you. Thank you
Yes.
very much, and I understand.
Thank you.
I'll ask you a general question that concerns you being an eligible person, because you're a lawyer.
Yes, please.
Conversation around this has been that a state funeral, we can even have this conversation in a hypothetical scenario. a state funeral cannot be had minus the president attending in a case where a predecessor died. This is not me telling you, this is what I've gathered somehow in where I move around. Some people say a state funeral cannot go on minus the president attending the state funeral in a case where a predecessor died. So the commander-in-chief must attend for it to be a state funeral because, I'm trying to paraphrase and quote some things I hear, because there'll be, the person who died has friends in higher places who will come to, some of them will be invited, others will request to attend the funeral, so they'll come. So the question has been, how do those other presidents come to attend the funeral and the current head of state is not at the funeral, he's probably at the State House, and the funeral is happening somewhere else? From your own understanding, in a hypothetical situation, we're not talking about the Lungu situation because you have not been given green light to talk about it.
It will be very difficult to speak of it in a very hypothetical situation. But I can ask you this. When Mwanawasa died, which president attended that funeral?
Because we had not yet elected.
When Sata died.
That was the incumbent who died.
That was the incumbent who died?
Yes.
When Sata died, which president attended that funeral?
When Sata died, he was the incumbent. I'm talking about like the predecessor.
And exactly, I'm telling you, you are
so
saying...
when the incumbent dies, you don't have an option of a sitting president.
You are saying you can't have it without a president. That is exactly what you're saying. Mm-hmm. And I'm giving you instances where we had it without a president. There was a person who was acting, superintending over the same. Now, the aspect of a funeral is a private matter primarily. And in this particular case, there are wishes that have been expressed. And wishes that have been expressed ordinarily ought to be respected. It happened in Zimbabwe. When President Robert Mugabe died, what was the case in that particular country? He did not attend, simply because the family said he should not attend. How many people have been given state funerals? Ministers die and they are given state funerals. Presidents don't necessarily have to attend all of them. They don't attend to all of them. Former ministers have died and the president don't have to attend to all of them. And yet they are given state funerals. So we cannot say this is going to happen because the so-called commander-in-chief has to be there. This commander-in-chief is commander-in-chief of the armed forces, not commander-in-chief of funerals, of funerals. No. He's commander-in-chief of the armed forces. So a representation, or indeed someone to represent government in that matter, can be allocated. But this is a matter, like I've told you, that I would be precluded from delving into the actual details.
I hear you.
But you asked it hypothetically, and I have answered it in a manner that I think really makes sense. And anyone who talks about it should be able to do what was done in the case of Simon Mwansa Kapwepwe. We had Mlenga Kapwepwe on one of the shows, busy explaining how it ought to be done. We had Akashamba Mbikusitalewanika saying how it ought to be done. There are a lot of authorities that have commented on this particular matter, and those can be referred to for wisdom and guidance as to how this must be done. It's not a contestation as to who wins and who loses. And it has never been a contestation of who wins or who loses on the part of the family. It has just been about what will amount to a dignified burial.
Let's talk about
simply that.
Let's talk about in the past when you were given a green light to talk about the funeral. All the funeral wanted was for the current president not to attend the funeral, and the body would have come, isn't it?
That was one of the conditions.
One of the conditions.
Yes.
Okay. You can give us a call. There are some numbers on the screen. You can give us a live call, and if you have any contributions or any questions for Council Zulu, you may come through. Hi there. Good morning.
Thanks for tuning in to JQ News. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest updates on tech, politics, and everything in between. Until next time, stay cool.